Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out back with a video, and today I'm going to do my What If series. What if Naruto had two twin sisters, part 6. The votes are in there. Naruto, what teams Naruto is going to potentially be on for the Chunin exams there, and potentially Naruto's team has one there, so she will be on Naruto's team during the Chunin exam. So let's get into the what if there. So let's get into what if Naruto had two twin sisters, part 6. In the last part, in part 5, there we see mostly Team 7 going to the land of waves there. They mostly defeated Zabuza there and stuff. Mostly, well, technically Akashi got trapped by Zabuza's water prison there. Naruto gets him out with the kunai there, using the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu there. When he used the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu there, technically Zabuza technically let him go there, and mostly Akashi defeated Zabuza there. When he defeated Zabuza there, he technically they did the tree walking technique there. Sasuke was telling him how to do the tree walking technique. Stuff plays out the same until Naruto arrives to the bridge there. When Naruto arrives to the bridge, technically Naruto goes in the nice mirror. Sasuke saying, "What are you doing here, you idiot?" And mostly technically Naruto uses shadow clones, getting shredded by Haku there. So Naruto uses the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu there, throws the Shuriken and mostly make multiple Shuriken, and also using the Windbreaker there to actually hit the Shurikens around, actually really messing up Haku there. And also using the mostly Sasuke goes down, and mostly he uses the Nine Tails there to actually really mess up Haku there. And then mostly we see Naruto. We go back to the Leaf Village. Naruto technically feels the presence of the Nine Tails there. He was saying his other half is going insane, and mostly he's saying the other half is going insane. And then Naruto's technically worried about Naruto there, and and then they go to, mostly we go back to the Land of Waves. They defeated Gonto and his gang, and they mostly find a resting point for Haku and Zabuza there, and that's where. And then they go back to the Leaf Village, and then Naruto technically was worried about Naruto. So that's was in part 5. Let's go into part 6. What if Naruto had two twin sisters? So we have to go on the thing there where technically they had the days off there. Mostly when they had their days off there and stuff. And we see Naruto, and Haruko were technically just hanging out, enjoying their day off there and stuff. And then you see Konohamaru comes in. He's like, they're like, "Hey bosses, you want to play ninja with us there?" And then Naruto, and Haruko are like, "Oh yeah, sure, it's our day off there. We have tough missions there and stuff." I think with Haruko with Team 10 there, she mostly had tough missions. Also, she's like, "Yeah, I'm also need a break also. Let's hang out with the next generation." And then you see Sakura go by there, and then mostly when Sakura's going by there, technically Konohamaru was like hitting Naruto. He's like, "Hey, boss, that's your girlfriend?" And mostly Naruto and Haruko was like, "Oh, my little brother has a girlfriend there?" And then mostly Naruto's face gets red. I might see Naruto's face getting red on this one. He's like, yeah, she's my teammate there and stuff." And then you see Sasuke go by. He's like, "Well, you can do much better in Naruto and Haruko there." And then you see Sakura is like, "Oh, Sasuke." Chase trying to follow him and stuff right there. And mostly when that was going on with that there, you see Komaru was like yelling out to Sakura. He's like, hey, forehead. And then I was like, oh, should not said that, kid. You're pretty much dead and stuff. And then she's like, what do you say? And then and he's like, and Komaru's like, and then she's like, Rrr. And then the Narco, or not Narco, Haruko was actually trying to calm down Narco. She's like, or trying to calm down Sakura there. She's like, calm down, Sakura. He didn't know what he was doing there and stuff. And he's like, and she's like, Rrr. And then Naruto and Narco were actually saying to Konohamaru, saying, run, Konohamaru. And then she's like, Rrr. And he's like, ah. And then they're like, oh boy, we had to go pick him up before she kills him. And so they, mostly Sakura was chasing down Konohamaru down the village there, runs into Kankuro there, and he's like, who's this little shrimp here? He's like, let me go there. And he's like, wait, this is the Leafs getting there? Oh man, he's like, these are nothing but scrubs there. And then you see Naruto and Narco point the kunais right at Kankuro's neck. They're like, drop him or we'll drop you. So we'll see. He drops him and stuff, and he's like, ow, and stuff. And then mostly Aruko comes in. She's like, you're okay, Komaru? And he's like, yeah, and stuff. And then he's like, what are you gonna do, you little shrimps there? And then Aruko was like, what do you have the idea of picking on little kids there? You know what's your idea of picking on little kids there? She technically that's what Ruko was actually saying to Komaru. And he's like, oh, you have to be the older sibling there. He's like, and then he's like, I'm gonna have fun with you and stuff. And then mostly he gets a pedal from Sasuke, and then he's like, you have nothing on. He's like, Sasuke was like saying, you have you have nothing else to do but pick on little kids and girls there. And then he's like, how this? I'm gonna pick on you and stuff. That's what Kankuro was actually saying. And then you see Gaara there. He's like, stop it, Kankuro. You're an embarrassment to our village there. And then mostly they're about to walk away there. And then technically Sasuke jumps down. He's like, hey, you with the gore, what's your name and stuff. And then he's like, and then Gaara turns around. He's like, I'm Gar from the sand, and mostly he just told his name, and he was about to walk away, and then mostly Ruko was actually saying, she yells out, she's like, who has the right to pick on somebody in their own village there? Who has the right to pick on somebody on their own village there and stuff? You have the right to pick on somebody in their own village there? How and stuff like that, and then mostly they tend to walk away, and mostly when she's like, and then Naruto's like, that jerk and stuff, and he's like, and then definitely Naruto and Narco and Naruto are like, don't just let it go, Naruto, he's just a jerk and stuff. So we go into the tuning exams thing. We've seen the Jonin there. We're getting ready for the tuning exams for the Genin there, and then mostly they announce their teams and stuff. And then Aruka gets pissed off there. He's like, all those students are there. They're mine and stuff. And then mostly Akashi turns around and he's like, well, they're not your students anymore. They're mine and stuff. And then he's like, that's like, damn. He's like, how about Naruto then? She doesn't even have a sensei there, and that is technically true there. And mostly in the end, most of the thorough Kage was actually saying, he's like, that is true there. She doesn't have a sensei there, but we did put her in the rotating teams there for the tuning for the thing there. And mostly, they're like, we might find out what team she's going to be possibly going to be on there and stuff. That's what the Thorough Kage was actually saying there. And we mostly have her on the rotating teams. and mostly we see like an argument with Kashi, Guy, Kurmai, and Asuma there, and mostly who's going to get Naruto on their team there. So mostly Akashi was going to start out. He's like, well, she should be on my team, and then mostly Guy jumps in. He's like, wait, Kashi, technically should be on my team there. And then mostly Kurmai is like, well, she had a spat on one of your students there. They're like, oh, it's fine there. It's water. It's like it's fine there. They can cool off there. They're fine about it and stuff there. And mostly Carmine's like, well, she should be on my team there because she was really best friends with Shino and Hyanta in the academy there, and her sister technically introduced Naruto to in the academy there. Her sister technically introduced Hyanta and Shino to the academy there, and they've been best friends ever since there and stuff. And then, well, that's kind of true, Kurmai, but technically you're a tracking ninja. Naruto is technically a long-range ninja there, so that doesn't really gonna work there. And then mostly you see Asuma, or you see Asuma there. She's like, well, technically she should be on my team there because she'd be with her sister there, her older sister there, who honestly trained her since childhood there. And mostly when she's trained her since childhood there, she might be more mostly experienced and stuff like that. Mostly she might get more skill bound and stuff like that for her. Yeah, that would be, and plus she also be helping with Choji and Shikamaru there. And then we'll see, and then mostly Akashi steps in. He's like, well, she should be on my team there because she'd be teaming with her brother there, who she actually has a better relationship with her brother there versus her sister there. Her sister technically, she doesn't really have a fully good relationship with her sister there. Mostly she doesn't have a really fully good relationship with her sister there like she does her brother there. And mostly they also been training since childhood also. And but she has a better relationship with Naruto over Haruko there and stuff. And then and plus also Jiraiya or technically Akashi was actually saying something about, he's like, I also have to add one more thing there. Also, I have to add something that's been forbidden in our village, but I have to say it there. Technically, how about the Nine Tails is inside Naruto and Naruto there. Mostly, technically Naruto technically has the seal of the Nine Tails also in her. She has the other half of the Nine Tails there, and mostly I'm the second best of Jiraiya there, who can actually contain the Nine Tails there, and that's what Kashi was actually saying and stuff. And then mostly the third Hokage agrees. He's like, okay, I will agree to actually have Naruto on Team 7 if she passes the Chunin exam. If she fails the Chunin exam, she's going to still be on the rotating teams. So technically she's going to be on the rotating teams if she fails the exams there and stuff there. And also, and then he's like, this is settled there. Naruto, for the time being, will be on Team 7 there. So, and then mostly she will be on your team, Akashi, and stuff. So, and mostly we see Naruto. The next one we see, mostly we see Team 7 waiting for Akashi. They're like, oh, he's running late again and stuff like that. And then mostly Akashi comes with Naruto there. And then mostly Naruto was actually surprised. He's like, wait, I get my sister on my team? Awesome, believe it and stuff. And then he's like, yes. Akashi was actually saying, yes, Naruto will be on our team there for the Chunigs, for the full things for the Chunin exams there. And stuff like that. And if she passes the Chunin exam, she will be official member of Team 7 there. That's what technically Akashi was actually saying there to everybody. He's like, okay, here's the pamphlets to the Chunin exams there. and then mostly gave everybody the tuning exam thing there. Stuff plays out the same there until they go to the tuning exams there and stuff. Mostly when they go to the tuning exams there, they mostly see the door there, and mostly they Soxgate and Narco do not bow to eye. Do not bow to eye there. If it's a Genjutsu door there. Naruto is like, he's like, let's go in, guys. And then technically, Soxgate and Naruto, they're like, wait, Naruto, don't go in there. It's a Genjutsu door. And mostly, Naruto's like, yeah, yeah, Naruto, don't go in there. It's a Genjutsu door. He's like, oh, come on, Naruto, you know it's a Genjutsu door? He's like, yes, I can totally tell it's a Genjutsu door. When I technically did the rotating the teams and stuff like that, you mostly kind of did learn that from the rotating the teams there. And then we see Rock Lee come in there, and then he's like, he was gonna say hi to Sakura at first. He's like, "Oh hi, sir. Oh hi, Narco." And then Narco was like, "Oh hi, Lee," and stuff. And then mostly he's like, and then he's mostly having a crush on Narco there. He's like my beautiful Narco there. And then Naruto's like, wait, oh, and stuff. He's like, oh, and then she's like, oh, thanks, Lee, and stuff. And 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 then we see Neji come in, and then they had to stare down. Narco and Neji actually had to stare down, and that's where the what if ends. So, yep. Comment, rate, and responsive to its murders. We like that videos. Please subscribe. Hit the bell notification once you uploads. Comment, responsive to videos. Like, out. Out of peace.